Success shouldn't feel this exhausting. If you're winning on paper, but burning out behind the scenes, you aren't failing. You're stuck in a psychological bottleneck called a hurdle of stop. I've been there. On the outside, things look great, but I was secretly burning out, convinced I was just lucky, and waiting to be exposed as a fraud. I realized I didn't have a business problem. I had a mindset block. Whether it's imposter syndrome, perfectionism, or fear or failure, these aren't just feelings. They are growth bottlenecks. Identify your specific hurdle and get one immediate action step to regain your momentum today. Go to tuepodcast.net/quiz. That's tuepodcast.net/quiz to take the 3-minute assessment and get your report now. Salutations, School Believer. Do you have a dream of becoming an entrepreneur, but don't know where to start or even what to do? Where can I gather information quickly about what's in my zone of genius? Don't worry, School Believers. I got you covered. Go to tuepodcast.net/AI prompt and check out an amazing set of AI prompts that will give you ideas, information, and articles to help you get across that start line. Once again, go to tuepodcast.net/AI prompt to get you started now. Good luck, School Believer. Hello, School Believers. Just a quick admin note for you. There is a visual aspect to this coaching, and I want to make sure you're able to see it. So if you go to the link below that says video, you will see a YouTube video of the posted brainstorming session I had with my coaching client. So check that out. Thank you. Welcome to The Undiscovered Entrepreneur, the podcast where brand new entrepreneurs come to life and could quite possibly be discovered. Join me, DJ Scoob, and the rest of the Scoob Believers as we help these new businesses become a reality. And now, away we go! We now join DJ Scoob and the second coaching of Deborah Newt, already in progress. All right, there we go. So everything that I've been seeing has been great.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, absolutely. You've been working really hard and everything. And I love watching you guys take your little trip together. That was awesome.
Oh, you mean at Christmas or our like podcasting trip? Yeah. It's so fun. Yeah. And I hope we've been supportive. I'm not sure. I hope we've been retweeting and whatnot, your stuff. There was one, you're launching a new sort of program, I think, right?
A little bit. Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm taking those coachings and I'm probably going to put them in between episodes. So like right now I'm doing every other week, but I think what I'm going to do now is do like a regular episode and then a coaching episode, and so I can start doing weekly, which hopefully will increase my downloads. That's really what the goal is there.
Yeah. So, how many downloads do you have per episode approximately?
I'm probably looking at 50 or 60 each so far. I know my one solo episode about my zone of genius has hit almost 80 now.
Wow.
So I'm really excited about that. And I just feel like if I start going weekly, I could get, get a little more discovery under my belt and start increasing those some more. So
for sure. Good for you. Yeah.
I've also started doing, Buzzsprout, which is my hosting company, has started doing subscription podcasts. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my behind the scenes.
Right. That's what I saw. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm putting those behind a subscription wall. So if people pay me $5 a month, they can get my behind the scenes. So they get to see before the camera rolls and after the camera rolls. And because there's a lot of conversation that happens in between me actually getting into the recording. And
Yeah.
some of the stuff I get after the fact, after the recording is
Yeah.
over, is just amazing.
No, I'm sure.
So,
Absolutely. The more candid stuff. And once everything's warmed up, I know that's when all the good stuff comes out. That's amazing. That's
yeah.
so good. And you could even do a Patreon that way, you know.
Well, I have a Patreon.
Oh, okay.
So, I have an entry level, which is basically $3 a month, and it's just general support. And then my $5 a month is the same thing as the other one, where it's behind the scenes and a couple other things. Then I have a $10 a month, which is a Facebook group, a specific, a Facebook group just for my school believers. It's my elite school believers.
Right.
And then I have a far reach one if anybody wants it. It's $100 a month for like coaching, like every once in a while, whenever they want.
That's amazing. Do you have any subscriptions to those?
I got one guy
Oh, yeah.
who I'm actually going to have him on my podcast here real soon. He said he really enjoys what I'm doing and he wants to help out. So he joined my Patreon. He actually helped me with some videos and some things like that. So I can put them out for my show. And he's not charging me for them because he likes what I do. So,
oh my God.
So I have one scuba lever that's been just amazing. So,
oh my God, that's amazing. And it all has to start somewhere. Like I mean, we're thinking about all that stuff, but like right now it's already so challenging just getting our episodes out that it's like, coming up with extra content to, put behind a wall that people will pay for is, it's something that I think we would do, but we just can't do it right now. And, we're at about like 40 listens per episode. So we want to get out. Like, that's amazing. If you've got 50 or 60, and then you've got this one episode with 80, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It has to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know what you could do is, what I do is I actually put a camera behind my camera.
Right. Very cool.
And what I do is, before I start recording, like what we're doing now, I'll turn the camera on and talk for about 3 to 5 minutes about what's going on in my life and what kind of changes is happening. So it's kind of like a vlog kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll have my, I'll bring my guests on. I'll talk to my guests for about 3 to 5 minutes.
Right.
Before. Then I'll do the podcast. And then after the podcast is over, I'll talk to my guests for however long they want to talk. And I use that content on that. Basically, it's on my phone, but I'll use that content as my behind the scenes content that I could then put it behind a Patreon wall.
God, that is so smart. You should do business coaching.
I do.
God, I'm brilliant. Oh, no. Oh, Jesse, that's so good. That's amazing. And I think sometimes we think, if we don't have 1 million downloads, then, what are we doing here? And it's just not true.
Well, just like you said before, you got to start somewhere. I mean, even the biggest podcasters or YouTubers or anything like that started with zero. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where a lot of people get the misconception is they got to have all these downloads and all these fans and everything. You got to understand that you start with zero, just like anybody else. So exactly,
you just never know who that one listener might be who, sort of shoots it out of the ballpark. They might have like networks, and you just never know. But you just have to keep going. And it's, I don't know about you, but our motivation goes up and down. Like if we get, lots of listens, we're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then if we have like a bad day, we're like, oh God, what are we doing? But that's a huge lesson too. Yeah. For business, for everything.
What you got to do is you take those good listens when you have a good set of downloads. Mm-hmm. And then compare it to the one that you had the bad downloads and see what the differences are between the two.
Exactly.
And then whatever that difference is that made the big difference for the big downloads is what you got to duplicate.
Exactly.
So
this is something that sort of trips me up though too, because I'm like, okay, but they didn't even download it. So they didn't hear it. So it's more like, it's not so much what was in the podcast, because the decision to download is made before they even listen to the content, right? So it's more like did we do in terms of marketing and, that kind of thing.
So what you really got to consider is what the definition of a download actually is.
Yeah.
Okay. So the definition of a download is actually somebody clicking on your podcast and actually start listening. Because after about like 30 seconds, the episode actually downloads into their phone for them to listen to.
Right.
So every download is an actual listen. It's not them physically downloading the program into their phone. It's an actual listen. So whatever downloads or numbers that you have are actual listens.
Yes.
So sometimes, especially when you're getting started, if you're not sure, if you have the mindset where it's somebody physically clicking download this episode into my phone, that's a download. No. Yeah. What a download is an actual listen.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. It's good. It's all good. And it's, you learn about yourself and stuff. So it's all like, it's a very holistic exercise, in business, in, being pretty sure that this is what you want. If you're going to be devoting all this time to this, which is something that I'll talk to you a little bit about. It's like, you better be damn sure that it's something that's worth your time. Not, you know what I mean? Like, because it like internally, it gives you something, it's offering you something, not necessarily, it's worth it because you're getting paid or whatever, but it's like, why am I doing this? What's the bigger reason behind this kind of thing,
Well, that's why it's very important to, when you get into something like this, you find your zone of genius and work off of that, because it's going to be something you don't mind doing and not getting paid for.
Exactly.
That's the way it's going to start. It's going to be something you're really into, and you're not going to get anything for it except for personal satisfaction.
Exactly. Growth and whatnot.
Which is the way I've been doing it for the last year or so. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So sorry, I kind of took you off on a tangent there.
No, that's what we do here. Because sometimes the weirdest things come up when you're on a tangent.
I know.
All right. Do you have your coffee ready?
I have my tea. Yes.
You have your tea. Yes. Okay.
I do. I've got my pad of paper. I've got my pen. I've got my brain for the most part.
Well,
Yeah. Whatever, as much as can be expected. So I don't know if you want to ask me anything in particular, if you have a structure in mind, or.
Well, you're my structure, but I am going to ask you a couple questions.
Okay. I like that. I love it.
The first thing I like to know is, between the first coaching session we have and then now, what have you implemented and what kind of changes have happened?
Okay. Wow. And it was, the period in between was like Christmas and all this stuff. So it was a bit crazy. So one thing I made a point of doing was listening. I downloaded The Coaching Habit. I think that was one of the books you told me to do. And I really liked it.
Yes.
It was so simple, comprehensive. And the thing is, I have this thing where, I don't know if it's right or wrong, where I was listening to it like on the subway and stuff like that, but I really want to sit down and take notes, like with these, like there's like 7, main parts that you have to sort of implement. And they just laid it out in such an easy way that I'd like to maybe listen to it again and take notes. But then sometimes when I do that, I'm like, oh, that's just one more thing I have to do, So anyway, but I really liked how, we just talked about so many things. Like really interesting was letting, like, we all have this need to, we often, when we're coaching, we have the answer, we know the answer because we've seen it so many times, but it's so frustrating, like just coaching the answer out of your client, because they're really the ones who have to find it. Do you
remember what he called that?
Oh God. No, it's not coming to me.
The advice monster.
The advice monster. Exactly. He had so many good ones like that. They're just not coming to my mind right now.
Yeah.
But that was a really good one. And, of course my mind is blanking out, but just so many things that I was like, God, yes, exactly. So this is maybe one of the reasons I want to like take it and write stuff down. So one thing that I think it's the first time I'm doing it, and it's a huge difference for me, is I'm calling myself a life coach. Like people, I meet people, they ask me what I do. I say, okay, I work for a shipping company, but I'm also a life coach and a podcaster. And when I used to say, I'm a life coach and a podcaster, I'd be kind of like, I'm not really, imposter syndrome. And, what are you talking about? But the truth is that I am those things. Just because I haven't made any money off of them doesn't mean I'm not them. Again, we have to start somewhere. So just changing my mindset and just hearing myself say that I'm a life coach. And that's like a really powerful energy that I'm putting out there because I'm starting to believe it.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is so important. And then when I was in Canada, I had a few like very informal sessions, like with my sister and with my niece. And I just, again, it sort of like solidified in my mind that I really am a life coach. Like there are just things that I know or that I've experienced or that I've read or that I've learned. They seem so straightforward to me because I've just been living them for 10, 15 years. But I just take for granted that everybody knows those things and they don't.
Exactly.
And that's where my zone of genius comes in, I guess, that is something that I can offer. Like I left that person feeling differently than they felt when we first started the conversation. And that's really what it's all about. Yeah. Sorry. Do you want to ask me something?
No, keep going. Keep going. I'm just writing notes down as you talk.
Yeah. So I just feel like I'm living it more. And, and then I had, way back, like in the spring, summer, whatever, I had, a woman came to me for coaching and she had been recommended by one of my friends. And we did 2 sessions and she was really happy with them and, wanted to follow up and all this stuff, but it was summer holidays and we lost touch. And when I was in Canada in the summer, I texted her before I got back and I said, do you want me to contact you when I get back? And she said, yes, of course, and all that stuff. And I sent her, when I got back, I said, okay, I'm back and ready to start. And she didn't even, not only did she not get back to me, she didn't even read the message. Like it was left unread. And that was fine. And then I did the same thing at Christmas. I thought, I don't want to badger her, but then I thought, well, what do I have to lose? So I sent her a text again at Christmas and I just said, zero obligation, but just so you know, I'm working on some new material, some new, programs for my coaching, and I would, love to share them with you if you're ever interested. And again, she left it unread for days and days and days. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then she got back to me and she said, Deborah, I'm so sorry. I would love to. I'm just, I just got back to the States for the first time after 3 years and it was just busy. She lives in Greece. Right. And so I don't know if anything will come of it, but I was just proud of myself for taking that step that made me nervous about texting her again, because I just, I'm very much, I don't want to bother them and, this, that, and the other thing. And I thought, no, I'm not badgering her. I'm telling her that there's somebody here if she needs them. And, all of this has a very fine line, and especially in my mind. So I have to, I feel like, I guess my main answer to you would be, I'm shifting a lot of stuff inside of me and the way I present myself and the way I think about myself. And I was thinking, I also have, I have a friend in India that I've been coaching with for free. But it's just been a really good experience, really good practice. So I'm looking at it like that. But then when the money comes into it, I'm thinking, I'm not very good at charging and I always feel like I'm not, I have a hard time charging for, my worth sort of thing. And then I thought, Deb, like you have literally invested 20, 30 years into this. You've done every seminar under the sun. You've done every retreat. You've done every, online course. Like that's an investment. And there's no shame in getting that back. And just like I go to, an acupuncturist and a psychologist and all that stuff, and I gladly give my money because these people are helping me, I don't see why somebody wouldn't do that for me. So that's another thing. And I have thought of a few names for the business. So that's something that's kind of fun to think about.
Sure.
And and it connects me to the whole thing more when I'm actually thinking of putting a name on it. And I did actually, I just remember that actually, as I'm looking at my notepad, I came up with 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 like parts of our life and our journey that I believe we need to work on as people. And then like, for instance, body, mind, soul, our network, emotion, intimacy, career, money, outlets like hobbies and whatnot, and our gifts. And I started writing out for each of those, like what I would want to help my client discover in each of those parts of life. So I felt it was super exciting to be creating like essentially my own coaching program.
Yes.
So again, I did that sort of when my holiday was ending. And of course I haven't gotten back to it. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about today. I'm realizing so much about myself and I love it. But so here's what I've decided. I like being busy. It's my nature to be busy. Well, you're a 5. You and I are 5s, and we've never talked about numerology, but I don't know if you've looked into it all, but it's us. We are experience-based people, and we like to get our hands on things. We like to do things. We do. But then I decided, okay, what I've realized, sort of before Christmas, I was like burning out and just like, you're all over the place. And what the hell? Like, it's just go, 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 go. And then I thought, I need to understand when I'm just going and when I'm creating and doing something that feeds my intellect and my heart and my soul. Like, you can't just put them all on the same level. So I think what I've realized is that I don't mind being busy. I like being busy. But I have to be very intentional about what I'm busy with. Like, just, busy taking clothes to the laundromat, or like that kind of busyness does not feed my soul. I mean, it's a part of life. I have to do it. But when I know I have to sit down for 2 hours and work on the podcast, it's hard to get my ass in the chair and to get it to stay there. But I'm thinking, yes, but Deb, you're learning about this incredible topic. You're getting ready for something, an episode that will probably put a smile on someone's face. You're feeding your own knowledge. So I'm trying to, I think that, I think I need to be more structured about my time. Like, for instance, this is my week to prepare a topic. Like, we're going to record tomorrow. So, I've got all of my raw material ready. I've got all my research done, but now I just have to organize it. But sometimes that can be the hardest part. Like, I need to write out my bullet points for the actual episode. And just this afternoon, all of a sudden I just got stressed. Just like the brain fog. And I'm like, oh my God. When am I going to do this? And just, overwhelm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I think, God, why do I do this to myself? I don't have to have a podcast. What the hell am I doing? I could just be sitting, watching a documentary or walking my dog or something. So I think that the answer for me, and I know that you're very, very good at this, is I think I really need to do time blocking. Like actually schedule time for relaxation. Like, you will sit down and work on your podcast, Deb, you get home from work, whatever time, you will sit down for a chunk of, 45 minutes or whatever. And then from like 9 to 11, do nothing, or, do whatever you want, essentially. You don't need to be productive. You don't need to return that email. You don't need to return that text. You can turn everything off. You can watch the stupidest thing on Netflix you can find. So I think that that's where I'm getting. Like, I think that I need more relaxation time, but then that ties into something else. I'm sorry, I'm very chatty.
Oh, no, do it. This is why we're here, is to get it all out. So you have, listening ears. So, tell me all about it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think, what was I going to say? Oh shoot, I lost my train of thought, but I think, yeah, I think that I need my brain to be less busy because I might be giving myself time to relax, like an hour or two, but then I'm thinking, okay, but
Can't shut it off.
exactly, like, but okay, but you know that this means that at 7 you're going to be freaking out, and when you're going to do your bullet points, yeah, it's like I give myself sometimes that block of time, but am I really giving it to myself when my brain is trying to solve things that haven't happened yet, sort of thing? So yeah, that's kind of what's on my mind these days. But no, I do have to be proud of myself, though. I've done, I think, quite a few things. I think I'm laying like today, for another thing. I have a friend who's very connected to like the foreign women here in Greece. They're mostly American, Canadian, and English and stuff. And she's just been saying, and she's so right, you need to get into these networks because these are the women who are looking for coaching. They're looking for podcasts. They've, for the most part, got money. You need to connect. So she told me about this flea market that they were organizing today. And it was the last thing I wanted. It wasn't very far away, thank God, but it was the last thing I wanted to do because of course I was thinking about the podcast and all this stuff. And I went. It didn't take more than half hour of my time. I didn't have a chance to talk to anybody about coaching because they were sort of wrapping up and, packing up and stuff. But I thought that was a really good exercise for me to say, this might be worth it. You might come away from this with something you didn't have, a client or whatever. So I guess my big thing, I think I'm just really changing my mindset about, I really am doing this.
Right.
But having said that, there's still a lot to do.
There's always a lot to do, especially with people like us. We're always, so I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. So yeah, let's start with that. I probably got more to say, but that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Okay, that's fine. We could start with that. I got a lot of notes here. Because
I'm chatty.
One thing I do notice is you have a lot going on all at once. You really do.
Yeah, I do.
So one thing that, of course, you've already figured out the whole blocking of time. Yeah. That's a good idea. But you have a rough time shutting off your brain on those off times that you want to concentrate on just yourself and not think about anything else. So what do you think you can do to shut your mind off? Is there any kind of thing that you can actually do to shut your mind off?
I think that it has to do for me with organization. Like, for instance, this week, instead of leaving my whole episode essentially to the weekend, I started like on Monday or Tuesday, just getting the raw material down, just taking an hour here and an hour there. And so I feel like, even though I am a little bit stressed about tomorrow, I feel way better than other weeks where I felt this stress. I love being able to talk to somebody who really understands this, because nobody understands that, you just get on a podcast, you chat, no biggie. Yeah. People don't understand that work goes into it, So I think that I will be able to genuinely relax during those time blocks if my other work-related time blocks have been productive. So I'm not sure if that's the right mindset, because that's like saying, okay, well, you only get one if you deserve it, which I also don't like. But anyway,
trust me, I know about that one.
Yeah.
If you work the time block out right, you will be not stressed during the times that you're not supposed to be thinking about anything. So yes, you're on the right track when it comes to that. To give yourself the time and energies over here, so when you get to this point over here where it's time to shut your brain off, you can. And think about something else that's not work,
Yeah.
One thing that I have found out for myself is, if I find myself in those off times where my brain's still doing this, I taught myself to meditate for 5 minutes. Meditate for 5 minutes and shut your brain off. It's hard to do at first, but once you learn how to come back to your mantra or come back to your thoughts of meditation, your brain will realize this is what's supposed to be happening. I'm supposed to have my brain shut off now and only think about this one thing that's supposed to relax me.
Right.
Once you train your brain into doing that, it'll be a lot easier for you to do that for other things, because it will always come back to what you're concentrating on right now, which is either watching TV or whatever it is that you're using to turn your brain off, because you'll be able to come back to that instead of having your brain wander off over there. It's all about training your brain to be able to come back to what you're doing initially.
Yeah.
Because if it's anything like me, I'll be trying to concentrate. All of a sudden my brain goes over here.
Exactly.
Right. And then, oh yeah, I got this. Okay. We'll come back here. There it goes again. So
Yeah.
Once you train your brain to be able, exactly, squirrel syndrome, right?
Yeah.
Once you actually train your brain to realize that's happening and you could bring yourself back quicker, you'll be able to concentrate on what you're doing on a lot better. So I would think about that. What I do is I put on some music, some meditation music, something that puts you at ease. And then there's other ways to do it. Some people do it with concentrating on their breathing. I do it by saying my mantra over and over again, because it's the exact amount of time for a breath. I've timed it to work the exact amount of time for a breath. Inhale, say my mantra. Outhale, say my mantra.
Okay.
And it comes back to that.
Okay.
So I would try to think about that.
That's such a good suggestion, because I actually, I don't want to say good at meditating, but it's something that's been in and out of my life for decades. So it's something that I can easily implement. It's not something I have. It's not like a mountain. Like, oh my God, where do I start? What do I do? What do I say? I can do it. Yeah. My problem with meditating is that I just get into it. Just feels so good that I sometimes don't want to get out of it.
I actually had the same problem, because I really like being able to teach myself. So what you do is you set an alarm for yourself for whatever time it is, and that snaps you out of it.
Yeah.
It will, because you'll be meditating, and time really feels a lot different when you're meditating. You're not really paying attention to time. You're just paying attention to yourself. But if you have something to bring yourself back, even if it's like a back, right?
Yeah. That was such a good sound effect.
Oh, I got all kinds, but I don't use them too often. You think it's just a Scooby-Doo laugh? No, I got all kinds. Okay.
Oh my God. I just saw that in action, in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, something to snap you back into reality will help, not go overboard when it comes to when you get into your time that you set aside for yourself, take the first 5 minutes of that time to meditate. That way, you've set that time aside for yourself. Yeah. Time aside for yourself.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about anything else that's going on. And if you can't find 5 minutes in a 24-hour day, there's something wrong.
Exactly. So. Yeah. And here's my dirty laundry. If I can find, like, a notification came up on my phone that says that I spend about 3 hours a day on my phone. Now, I flipped out, but then I thought, okay, a lot of it's, we have Viber here. I don't think you have Viber, but it's like WhatsApp. I'm on Viber a lot, but I'm talking to Chris, and we're organizing and we're doing stuff. So it's not all completely mindless, but, I think that at least an hour and a half of it is just nothing, which is okay. On the one hand, it's a good way for me. Apparently I use that to relax. My point is that if I can find an hour and a half to be on Instagram, just scrolling, but I can find 5 minutes to meditate.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just finding the time to do it. Yeah. The other thing is, what I got here, feel the difference between work and creation.
Yeah.
So if you can, as you're moving along your daily process and things like that, if your work feels like work, then it's work. But if your work feels like creation, it's creation. And to be able to distinguish those two things will help you decide what is your zone of genius of creation and what is actual work. So there's the obvious stuff like laundry and things like you were talking about there, where it's things that have to be done. But you're talking about how your podcast, you're working 2 hours or whatever it is time to get that work done, but that's not work. That's creativity.
Yeah.
And to be able to being able to distinguish those two things will help you realize that you're in a creative mode right now, and you'll feel better about it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And I think that we did a topic on procrastination. One of the things that has really stuck with me is, think about future Deb. Deb 2 hours from now is going to be so happy. Think about how happy she's going to be when you've done this, you've sat down, you finished it. I know that's a little bit different from what you're saying, but that's a motivation for me to think, but how am I going to, it's like the gym. Like, I don't want to go to the gym, but I know how I'm going to feel when I'm finished. I'm going to be like, oh, thank God I went, So, but yes, you're right. Distinguishing between work and creativity. Of course. Absolutely.
Yeah. And you're going down the right path there for future Deb. I like that, because that really goes back into what I was saying about earlier, is when you're, my brain stopped. When you're, it was there and it's gone. When you're doing stuff earlier in the week, when you get to the end of the week, where it's the time that you're supposed to be relaxing, you can actually relax. This is future Deb over here that's saying, thank you for doing all this work ahead of time. So now I could actually sit down and relax and think, not think about anything, instead of thinking about, I didn't do this, or I'm supposed to do that. Exactly. You're going down the right path there. I like that.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. That research really helped me a lot. So another thing I'm gaining from the podcast.
Something that I might suggest to you too is, I have a friend of mine named Bree, and she has produced a content calendar specifically for podcasters.
Wow.
And she sells it real cheap. It's like $15-$20 or something like that, but it's like 18 months worth of scheduling for podcasts, and it's not just like interviews, but it's like there's a spot there for creation. There's a spot for ideas, things like that. It's really awesome. I'll send you a link to that, because I think that from what you're talking about here, it's going to benefit you immensely.
Wow, thank you. Yeah, please do.
Yeah, I'll send that link to you so you could take a look at it and see if you want to take advantage of it or not.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to go backwards a little bit here, just from the moment here. I'm going to go back to what we were talking about when you were listening to the book on the subject. An idea that came to my mind, and this is actually what I've been doing too lately, because lately in the last week or so, I've come up with a bajillion ideas as I was listening to books. All kinds of ideas that's all coming down to something I'm currently building now to get out. But while you're sitting there on the bus or on the subway or whatever, if you hear something, there's two things you could do. If you hear something on your phone that really kind of strikes you really hard, stop the recording right there, pull your phone out, and I know your phone has a notes section.
Of course. Yeah.
So just go to your notes section real quick. Bam, 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 bam. Something that's going to remind you, hey, this is what I was talking about, or this is what he was talking about, and that kind of thing. That way, later on, when you have time to do it, you can actually go back and look at that list of things that you were discovering.
My takeaways. Let's say, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that I've actually started doing that, and because of that, I'm actually able to put this product together now, which I'll probably talk to you about, because I want some input on that from you as well.
For sure. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So don't be afraid to stop and take notes.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Cliff Ravenscraft, he was my episode 12. He's in the middle of 52 books right now. And what he does is, when he reads a book and something comes across where he really feels strongly about it, like we were talking about earlier, he will literally put that book down and then go do it. But the problem with that is, he gets so involved with doing it, he doesn't come back to the book till a lot later. Then he moves on to a different book. So he's in the middle of all these different books.
Yeah.
But he's implementing everything these books are telling him to do on the spot. Now he's able to do that because, he's free to do it. But that kind of gives you an example of what you can do as you're reading books and things like that. Something strikes you, write it down or go do it. Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course.
That way you don't forget about it, because that was my problem. Is I would say, oh, that's great, and then I'd keep going, and then it's gone.
Oh my God, exactly. Same.
Yeah, so I would do that too. You actually had the same problem I did when it came to thinking that everybody already knew it.
Ah,
Like when I first started, I was like, I've heard this from my virtual mentors. Everybody's got to know this by now.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then I start talking to other people and they're like, oh, I've never thought of that. I was like, what, are you kidding?
Yeah.
What do you mean you never thought of it? This is right here, you know?
Exactly.
And I came across that more and more and more. And that's actually why I decided to become a business coach of some kind, because I'm realizing people don't know this information that I know.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, you getting out of your comfort zone to be able to talk to these people about things that you're realizing that they don't know, is really important.
It really is. It's just, it's such a, I don't know the word, but it still blows my mind. I think everybody has spent the last 30 years reading all this stuff.
Right.
Which is so stupid, but I think it also has to do with my own self-esteem. Like, oh, come on, what do you know that everybody else doesn't know? It's more rooted in that than it is in actually thinking that everybody knows this,
And what's that called?
And what, imposter syndrome?
Yeah, that's it.
God,
it's imposter syndrome.
Absolutely. And deeply held beliefs. Subconscious beliefs. Yeah.
And I struggle with that immensely when I started to figure out how to do the coaching and things like that. Imposter syndrome was horrible for me. It was debilitating for me because I want to share this thing, but it's like depressing me almost, just to the point where I just like, why am I even doing this? So exactly. I might have told you this story or not, I can't remember, but I was in a Twitter space with she was holding it called, her name was Sana, Sana.
Okay.
And her subject was imposter syndrome. So of course I'm going to jump in there and I'm going to talk about it and that kind of thing, because that's what I needed, because I knew that was one of my struggle points. So I talked to her a little bit and told her, what I was experiencing, that kind of thing. The next day, she actually texted me and said, hey, do me a favor. Stop calling it my imposter syndrome, or I have imposter syndrome, and that kind of thing. Stop owning something so negative that it's holding you back. And I realized I didn't even know I was doing that. I didn't even realize I was owning something so terrible. So once I actually got that out of my system and out of my head, I was actually able to just go straight forward into what I'm doing now. It was a big game changer for me. So when you think about imposter syndrome, or you're talking about imposter syndrome, don't own it.
You're so right. You did tell me that story, but I'm glad you told me about it again, because as we were saying, sometimes it takes a while for things. I think that maybe because we did discuss that the last time, I've done that a little bit with my brain fog. It's like, you know what, Deb, you don't have brain. I don't want to gaslight myself, but it's like, the more I ingrain it into, like, oh, there it is again, and the more I expect it, the more it's going to come. Mm-hmm. And I also changed my medication, so that's also helping for sure. But I think, I think you're absolutely right. You need to get a little bit of distance from that.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. So just think about that as you're going along. If you have something that's bad that you can actually kind of put aside and not own so much, that's going to help you in the long run.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about your friend in India.
Yes.
So how many times have you coached your friend, or how many times have you actually sat down and talked to them?
At least, we text, a couple of times a week, just about stupid stuff, because we are friends. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's a weird relationship, but actual sessions, 5, maybe 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So honestly, I want you to, I got another book for you.
Thank you. Oh, okay. I think you've told me about this one, but tell me. Yeah.
The Prosperous Coach.
Okay. No, maybe you have. I know it has to do with getting paid.
Yes, that's it.
Yes.
Yeah, Prosperous Coach. Okay, so I'm just going to go over a quick synopsis again with you. It basically tells you about how to justify in your head to be paid as a coach.
Yeah.
And why people would pay you as a coach. Because
Yeah.
it's not, I mean, I know this person in India is your friend, and that's awesome. I actually have a friend in Nepal that I talk to quite frequently.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but it's getting to the point now where it's almost like they're taking, I don't want to say taking advantage of you, but at the same time, it's like that you have knowledge that you're sharing with them that they really should be paying you for. Even if it's a little, even if it's just a small amount.
Exactly.
You know,
Even a token of appreciation.
Yeah, or something in return.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting good practice out of it. I get that. That's cool. And that kind of thing. But there should be some kind of exchange happening for your 20, 30 years of knowledge that you're sharing.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree. And I think that also as a friend, I think that I would insist on giving something like, here, take, $15 and go grab a coffee and a snack at Starbucks, like put it on, put it on your PayPal or something. Yeah. Just even that. And the thing, and I do know that he works for a shipping company too. That's how I met him. So I know he's doing okay financially. It's not that he's, desolate sort of thing. But yeah, I agree. I'm really setting boundaries with him.
And I really think you'd be surprised how willing he will be to actually want to pay you. Because you've shared so much with him already. You've given him so much value. At this point, it's like, why wouldn't he want to pay you something? And that's kind of the mindset that I have.
Sorry.
No, that's kind of the mindset that I have with a lot of people that I help. I'm not exactly expecting money, but something in return for the kindness,
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. And they do say that energetically, it's very important to have an exchange. Like, I don't know like a lot about it, but just it's a transaction, no matter how you look at it. And I've even read that even just like hugging, when you're exchanging energy and stuff like that, even just hugging and sort of sealing the moment is an exchange of energy. And anyway, they talk about this too in about getting paid. It's like leaving it stuck there in the ether if it doesn't come back around, let's say, something like that.
I'm a big hugger, so I'm a big believer in that.
Me too.
Yeah. You
and I, well, I think we're very similar. I think we've established that.
Yeah. So,
yeah, okay.
Get the Prosperous Coach. I think that should be your next book, along with something called Superfans.
Oh, that you haven't mentioned. Superfans?
Yes. Written by Pat Flynn, and this will help you learn how to get a following.
Oh, that's a good thing. Okay.
Yeah. So it gives you a step-by-step process how to turn people from just a casual listener or a casual person to someone who wants to support you, to a super fan who will buy just anything that you put out.
Wow. Oh.
I gear that towards my podcasting mostly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that would be something that that would be good for you too.
Okay.
So
absolutely, because even just as you were saying that, I'm like, as if I'm going to have a super fan. You see, like the mindset comes in, but at least I caught it this time.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I have a super fan?
Well, I'm sure that you have a couple of super fans in your podcast.
I think we seem to. So,
and I think that if you guys were able to come up with a product in your podcast, people would buy it.
No, thank you, God. Thank you.
Yeah. Or even if it's just merch or anything like that, I think that you guys would have, something there already. I mean, I love you guys. So
thank you, God. Thank you. It's amazing. It's really, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you guys are hilarious. I love that. I almost listen to you guys just for the before and after stuff that you do. You guys talk for 20 minutes and I'm laughing every single time, and we haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet.
That's what thank you so much.
Yeah.
I wish I had more time to listen to more podcasts, but I think Chris does a lot of listening and rating and stuff like that. So hopefully, I know you're definitely on her on her list of faves. So
I heard her mention
you.
me once or twice. So, you know.
Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And I know we're kind of winding up here, but I'm gonna do a couple of things here for you real quick. You said that you've come up with 10 parts of what was it again? I was like 10 list.
Like I feel like our life is broken down into these 10 components. I can't think of a good word right now, but that's sort of what I'm thinking. Yes.
Okay.
Let's say, finances, love, intimacy. Yes.
Do you think that you can do something with those 10 things? I mean, like, what are you planning on doing with those 10 things? I mean, you have this great information. What are you going to do with it?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking that I want to implement. I want to help my clients go through each of them, asking them, questions to sort of see where they are in each of those 10 areas, and then to somehow come up with a ranking of, okay, what are the top 3 areas that I want to work on right now? Like somebody might be okay financially, but they're looking for an emotional connection or something like that. But then finances might come up 6 months later. But like, what do we want to work on? What do we want to focus on right now? And then, so I would use that to structure my coaching sessions. That's for people who I think there are people who will come to me who will have a very specific coaching issue that I will address. But for people who are just kind of feeling lost and like I have no direction in life, because what I'm calling my program is purpose-based coaching. Like I want people to find their purpose. I want people to, I'm not saying we all have to go and save the world, but there's a reason we're all here. And I think that we all know what our gifts are, but we just haven't had the audacity to really say, you know what, I can offer that. That's why I'm here, without getting like super spiritual, although you had a fantastic suggestion that I am going to do, because I've done a lot of spiritual practice and reading. I do want to incorporate that into my coaching as well. But so my answer is that when people come to me with specific things, I will help them address those. But if people are just kind of lost, I guess my tool would be to take them through this program and sort of see, okay, what's the hot spot right now? What's really on our mind? What's bothering us? And of course, I can foresee, sharing bits of that on Instagram and getting people to bite and stuff like that. But it's all stuff that's trying to do right now. Yeah.
So do you think there's a way to streamline that to where you can get that information up front before you even talk to the client?
I actually thought about that. I thought of making it into a questionnaire. Because that would be such good information to have before we even start talking, because it'll just make them think about things. Because sometimes it's hard to come up with stuff on the spot. So I did think about making a questionnaire and then going through it with them and maybe, sort of digging deeper into each point. So yes.
So I
want to do all these things.
Yeah, that's actually what I was hoping you'd say. Because
thank you.
That's exactly what I would do. I would turn that into a questionnaire to send to your client before you actually get on point with them. That way, when you get started, you can you're going to have your initial hellos, but then you can go, well, on my questionnaire, you said this was a thing. Can you tell me more about that?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, just a second.
Yeah.
I'm just writing that down. And I made it so that those 10 things, the acronym for all the first letters are becoming me.
There you go.
Like becoming me. So the B is, I can't remember what it was. The B is the body. The E is emotion. So I kind of made it into like a bit of a fun, meaningful.
No, that's very powerful.
Yeah,
that's very, very powerful. That is awesome. I really like that. Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. Because that's going to be memorable. Acronyms are a lot easier to remember when they actually spell something out that's very personal, that really means more about yourself.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Jesse, thank you.
Yeah, I really like that. I really think you should go forward with that. Making that part of your process, I think is going to be very beneficial for you.
Thank you. Yeah. I come up with stuff sorry, just one more thing. I told you that I had come up with the acronym TRY, which is the real you, which I like. That's something else I want to use.
I remember.
And then just yesterday, you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, I lost you. Okay. And then I was thinking, what word could I use to represent purpose-based life coaching? And the word pebbles came to me. So I just had this vision of a really nice artwork with pebbles and sort of building on things. And anyway, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. It's doing its rounds in my head.
No, that's where I'm here to make you think. That's a good thing. But at the same time, what you actually came up with after that, all of that coming up with, I think is really good. And I really think you should base a lot of what you're doing on that.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Yes. You're getting me excited about it again. Thank you.
Well, yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting to think about. The other thing I was I wanted to touch on real quick is maybe turning those 10 parts into a newsletter of some kind that you can give your followers.
Yeah.
So
and this could also be a tier, like you're saying, like on Patreon or something like that too. Yeah.
Exactly. Sure. Now you said name of your business. Have you come up with a name for your business?
Well, this is what I liked. Originally, I liked this TRY. TRY, which stands for the real you. But then I thought it sounded a bit mediocre. Okay, I'll try, but I don't know if I'll manage it. So that's why I was kind of thinking I liked the word pebble, and then I would have purpose-based life coaching. But I'm still thinking about it.
So I want to do an exercise with you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And if you want to use this for other things too, this is a Post-it note. It's a nice little bit of Post-it notes here. What I want to do is, do you have your phone there handy?
Yeah.
I want you to set an alarm for yourself for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Tell me when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see about this one.
Let me just turn the sound back on because I had it off.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm, hang on, 0. Okay, I'm ready to press start.
Okay, so don't press start yet. I want to tell you what we're doing. So I want you to just call out words that describe your business and ideas that you've had for names for your business. So what we're going to do here is, in this jumble of mess I'm going to put up here, we're going to find you a name for your business.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So
yes,
you're going to start. No, this is fine. I actually did this with my daughter, and this is actually how I came up with a lot of my ideas for what I do.
God, that's amazing. Yeah.
This is actually how I got my daughter to name her art program.
Wow.
She does custom dolls.
Wow.
I'll send you her Pinterest so you can take a look at it. They're actually quite amazing.
Oh, I'm sure they are. And Instagram if she has it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh God.
Okay. So remember, this is just thoughts, words that make you think of your business and business names that you've come up with. Okay.
Okay.
So my writing's going to be kind of small because it's just kind of like up here, but I'll do the best I can. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Purpose-based life coaching, support.
Wait a minute.
Finding.
Got to slow down a little bit. Purpose-based
life coaching. The real you.
Okay. The real you.
Becoming you.
Becoming you. That's a good one.
Yeah. Who am I?
Whom am I?
I don't know. The word connecting is coming to me.
Connecting. That's okay. Do it.
Yeah. Support.
Support.
Yes. hand holding.
Okay, hand holding.
Believe in you.
Believe in you.
Greater purpose.
Greater purpose.
Focused purpose.
Focused purpose.
Intentional. I have a big thing about, I really want people to feel like they're driving this train called life. They're not being driven by life. They have a say in where they go.
That's good. I like that. Okay.
Yeah. You're sort of driving the bus. Well, spiritual somehow comes into it for sure. Spiritual.
Don't over edit yourself. Just let it flow.
Yeah. Well, just, I don't know, love, because I do believe in everybody, and
Good.
I love everybody. You matter.
You matter.
Find your voice.
Find your voice. Okay.
Yeah, digging deep dive, let's say. Unlearning programmed behavior. Recognizing programmed behavior. When am I just going through the motions? When am I just functioning, and when am I actually living? Intentional living.
Intentional living. Okay.
The power of decision making, that we really can make our own decisions. We don't have to just go with the flow. The word braking, like how you can put the brakes on, a lot of car metaphors.
Right, that's okay.
Put the brakes. Mindful is coming to mind. Leap. I love grasshoppers because they can only move forward. They can't jump backwards. So it's, moving forward, I guess.
I like that.
Yeah, me too. They're a very good omen for me. The only way is forward. So forward, I guess, is the key word. Just that there are no mistakes. There are no mistakes. Here to learn. And the time is up. And 0. Okay.
Okay. Good. Nice.
Oh, God.
All right. So I got to tell you, first of all,
yeah,
you about doubled what my daughter did.
I've been around for a lot longer than her.
True.
Hey, no, I'm kidding.
Well, she's 20 something, so
Oh, baby.
But I'm actually gonna take these down so I can do this with you.
Oh, okay.
I don't think these things have moved in like 6 months. So.
Oh well, the one hand I feel bad. On the other hand, it's good to get the energy moving. Hang on, I'm just taking I'm just going to plug in my power bank.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got a nice mess here of all kinds of different words and things that you've come up with, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the idea here now is to organize these into some sort of combination of things that you're looking, to put it together. So things that are similar right now. So we're going to find things that are similar. So like, let me see here. Like here's who am I? I like that. And believe in you. That's kind of close because those are kind of emotions and feelings you want to feel about yourself. Become you. That's good.
Becoming me.
Here to learn. I think that's kind of like am I in focus? Okay. That's kind of like a process. That's part of something that you want to do is you want to learn different things. Things that are intentional, power of discussion. That's good because you want to discuss things that are together. I'm going to put support over here in a different area. Greater purpose. I'm going to put that near the become you because that's a belief. Love. I think that's important there too. So we're going to put that over there. Digging deep. I'm going to put that over there. You matter. So I'm starting to see a lot of like things that are about self over here.
Okay? Absolutely. Yes.
Drive the train. I like that. That was a good idea. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Purpose-based life coaching. I'm going to put over here. The real you. See, I love how this is all coming together over here.
Yeah.
The only way is forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really like that. I think that's something you can work with. I'm actually going to put the grasshopper there because you talked about how it's kind of a thing together.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to put brakes. I'm going to put your car metaphors up there with the grasshopper. Leap.
Yes, the leap definitely goes with the grasshopper.
Intentional living. I'm going to put that here with the support and these here. Finding your voice. I'm going to put over here with the things that you need to do for yourself. Unlearn program behavior. I'm going to put here. Okay, and recognizing program behavior. I'm going to put here. Certainty. I'm going to put here. Some of these I can't read very well because I was writing fast.
It's okay. Sorry, I was talking fast too.
That's okay. Hand holding. I could see it being here.
Well, I meant that. Yeah.
But I could see it being here too. So where would you put hand holding? Would it be like
I think it should go with support.
Support?
I would put it with support because I just want whoever I'm coaching, and that's what my comment was about you when I posted about you, like he believes in you even when you can't believe in yourself. And I want to lead people to believe in themselves.
There you go.
So that's where the hand holding and the support come from. Yeah.
Focus on purpose. I'm actually going to put over here too. No mistakes. Where would you put that?
In the sense that there are no mistakes.
Because I can see that being here with the stuff of believing yourself, but I can see it being here with the process too.
I feel like it's a process thing.
Okay.
Because it's part of the learning process. Like we're not here to berate ourselves for making a mistake. We're here to learn from it and move on.
Okay. I'm going to put mindfulness here with this because this kind of goes here. I can't read this one. I'm so sorry.
It's no problem. You want to hold it up to the camera?
Oh, it's a mess.
Connecting.
Connecting?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good enough for me. We're gonna put that there.
To yourself, probably. Okay. Yeah.
So we have 3 sections here that kind of came out of this whole thing. We have working on yourself and believing in yourself. We have processes and things to do, and then we have metaphors.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing.
Okay, so now we have mindfulness, deep dive, becoming you. Who am I and believe in you? I think that all goes together.
Yeah.
Greater purpose, I think, goes over here in mindfulness. Finding your voice. Mindfulness and purposefulness or believing in yourself?
Oh, God, that's a good question. Believing in yourself.
Okay.
Believing in your voice, believing that your voice matters, I guess.
Okay. Is that same thing for you matter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The real you. I really like this. This is really good. Because that really gets right down to the point of what you're trying to accomplish is believing in yourself.
Exactly. That's the try, the TRY, the real you.
Yeah. Drive the train. I'm going to put that. I'm actually going to move that here to metaphors. I'll move these down here like this. So now we got 2 columns here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to leave this column here. Mm-hmm. So out of all that we came up with, does anything come to mind as far as what you would actually want to call your business? You could concentrate on either believing in yourself. You could concentrate on processes. I probably wouldn't do metaphors. I would probably save that for like 1-year lessons or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
So I think when we're talking about coming up with a name for your vision, it's either going to be a process or it's going to be something that within you.
The one that keeps coming up to my mind is try, the real you.
So I'm not trying to burst your bubble or anything, but the thing that comes to mind when I hear try is Yoda.
Yeah.
Do or do not. There is no try.
It's a mediocre word. Right.
I mean, if you want to use the word try, then that's what I would actually use it as something saying we're not going to try it, we're going to do it.
Right. Thank you.
So
that's such a good observation.
If you want to frame it that way, I think that would be a little more beneficial than we're going to try this.
Right. Yeah. I guess I meant, but you're right. I meant like even trying is moving forward. It's better than just staying stagnant. But no, it's not a strong word for a business for sure. I like the leap, even though it's in the metaphors. I like that idea of moving forward. I just have this vision right now, but I'm not in love with it, but it just comes. So there must be a reason it's coming into my mind, like stepping stones. Like, you know how you on a path, there might be like, what are those, like flat rocks, like stepping stones to get you to a certain destination. Like if you want to get there, you have to take these steps. So stepping stones.
There's another word. There's another word for that, though.
What?
No, I don't know what it is. There's another word for.
Oh, okay. Stones. Okay.
So I would leap. I would use that. I think you're on the right path.
Like leap. It's a strong word. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you should continue with that. I mean, is there anything else that comes to mind? Let's think about leap. Let's think about stepping stones. What else? What else do you think you could think about? I mean, go along that path.
Yeah. Well, so forward came to my mind.
Okay, stepping stones, leap, forward. Okay.
Like thrust. Thrust, it sounds a bit sexual.
It does. I probably
wouldn't use that. Kind of like, no. But I might find a synonym.
Yeah.
But with the idea, like just this like propelling something forward, like. Yeah, I just have this real forward movement in my head. So maybe I need to get onto like a synonyms site and just sort of see what comes up. Moving, like forward, like I just don't want people to be stagnant because it's so easy to be stagnant.
Don't be stagnant. I'm going to put that on here.
Okay.
So we're gonna leap forward, but don't be stagnant. We're gonna use our stepping stones to move forward.
Exactly. And there's like this life force. I like life force. This life force propelling us forward. And it's like I believe that, we all come to this earth regardless of what you believe, spiritually, with some sort of purpose. And it's the mundanity of our day-to-day life that comes and like puts a damper on that. That's why kids are so carefree and they just laugh without thinking about it, and they cry without thinking about it because they're just so pure. It's this mundanity and the stagnancy that comes and like chokes us and keeps us down. So I want to find that life force again.
Okay.
Purpose is a word, but purpose is it's a bit of a scary word for some people because they think, oh, I'm gonna have to go save all the, starving children and what.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about purpose for themselves, not so much as purpose for everybody else. Their self-purpose.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
All right. So I move focus purpose over here.
Yeah. All of these words to me are like forward moving, which I like. I want there to be a bit of action in the title. I just thought of like my pebbles imagery, and then how you throw a pebble onto the ocean and it skips, or like a rock. I like that too, as an image. I don't know. Maybe I've got enough to let this sort of reverberate in my brain until I come up with something.
Okay, so here's what I would do with what I got here. Okay, I'm obviously going to send you this recording because we're not going to remember all this, right? So I want you to think about this, but I think the section I want you to concentrate on is right here. These were the main things that we came up with after all of this. These were the things that stuck out in your mind.
Okay.
You have leap.
Okay.
Stepping stones, moving forward, don't be stagnant, life force, and focus purpose. So what I want you to do is take a look at those words, and then if you have to pull out a thesaurus or whatever it is to see different meanings for those same words.
Yes.
And as you find words that actually resonate with you, write those words down, and then in those words that are resonating with you, it's going to be the title of your business.
Okay. So I think I missed one. Stepping stones, leap, moving forward, life force. Can you read me those 6 Post-its, please?
Yes.
Because I've only written down 5.
Yeah, I got leap. Don't be stagnant.
That's the one I was missed. Okay, I was missing. Thank you.
Stepping stones. Life force. Focus purpose, and forward.
Okay. Yeah, those are good.
Well, those are things that you came up with.
God, I'm good.
I didn't have anything to do with any of this except for just organizing it for you.
Exactly, which I needed. Thank you.
So yeah, sometimes that's what it takes. Now, this method I actually learned from Pat Flynn, which is my virtual mentor.
Okay.
And it's helped me so much in organizing my thoughts and coming up with ideas. Because like when we started, it's a huge mess of words that you came up with. Didn't know what to do with it, whatever. So once you actually come up with words, and it turns off your editing brain and turns on your creativity brain when it just comes out like that. Yeah. And then you just organize it to whatever looks right.
Amazing. What a great technique. I'm pretty sure I'm going to steal it.
That's okay. I did.
Yay. Yeah. Look at us stealing.
All right. So I'm going to ask you a quick question here about what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what I've decided is on one of my episodes, I was actually interviewed on another podcast called Pods Like Us. And he asked me, what are the 5 must-know things you need in entrepreneurship? So I named off the first. I wasn't ready for that. So I named off the first 5 things that came to the top of my head. And then after that was over, I thought about it and I was like, it was kind of like with you, what can I do with these 5 things that I've came up with? So I've decided to come up with a newsletter, 5 newsletters. I'm so sorry. I turned my phone back on, the sound to do the timer, and I forgot to turn it off. So let me just turn it off.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So what can you do with these 5 things that you came up with? Okay.
So I decided to make each one its own newsletter.
Wow.
And give away this information for free in exchange for people's email. So now I'm building my email list. Right. So at the end of these 5 things, it takes about a week and a half to get through it all. Because what I'll do is I'll put one newsletter out, wait 2 days, put another newsletter out 2 days, and that kind of thing. So when we get to the end, a 30-day challenge to start your business.
Wow.
Okay. So basically what it is, I'll get like several people that actually want to do this with me. I'll charge them $20 a pop, and they'll have hand holding to start their business in 30 days.
Right. Oh, that's amazing.
So no, I have 3 tiers that they could get into. Tier 1 is if you want to just do it on your own, use the information that I've given you to start your own business. Tier 2, a gift box, which has 6 things in there that you have to start your business.
6 things apart from the original 5, or
yes, the actual 6 physical products that you can use to help start your business in this box.
Okay.
And then
and you give them those stuff?
What I'll do is I'll charge them for it.
Yeah.
And I'll have those 6 things, but I'll also have QR codes to software that they can get for free to help them start their business, right? And I'll charge them, I don't know, I haven't really thought about it yet because I haven't thought about the products yet. But I'll charge them whatever it is for those products. And then a third tier, which includes 3 coaching sessions with me, which will be another amount of money. And I know it sounds like a video game pay to win kind of thing, where if you pay me money, I'll help you win.
Not at all.
But that's kind of like where I got the idea from.
No, it doesn't sound like that to me.
So
maybe because I'm sorry, George, I just want to say, because I follow a lot of coaches and stuff, and it seems like very much something they would do, like having these 3 tiers, and of course charging more for personal input from the coach. So I think it sounds great.
Okay. So the qualifications basically to finish the product is to have a business license and make at least 1 penny worth of profit.
Wow.
So I'll help them do all that. And then if they actually accomplish that, I'll actually have them on my podcast as a brand new entrepreneur.
Right.
And that's the finished product.
Yeah. So they're going to have like the product ready, though. They can't be just started. Like they can't just have an idea of what they want to do. Like they have to be ready. Right? Is that right? What I'm saying?
Well, no, they can have 0 products starting with, as long as they end up with an actual business that's made at least 1 penny in profit in one way, shape, or form.
Okay.
That's how they get it.
Yeah.
So like, I would have to give them processes on how to get a business license. I would have to give them processes on, what the product is and that kind of thing. I mean, you can make a software product or just a something.
Yeah.
That you can sell. It's actually pretty easy nowadays. It doesn't have to be a physical product. It could be an online.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So anybody wants to take that challenge, it basically costs them originally, like if they really want to just get into it, it's only $20 to get into it. And then I'll help them start a business.
Yeah.
But if they want more products to help them along to get to that goal faster and easier and that kind of thing, then it costs a little bit of money.
Yeah. But I think that, we all know that there's everything out there. In fact, there's too much out there to do anything we want. So for me, it's not like I would pay the money to have somebody, filter through all that crap and say, you know what, these 6 things are tried and tested. Like that's what you're paying for. It's not so much the product, it's somebody's time we get, information overload and brain explosion. Like you need this to do your podcast. You should, record on this, use this. No, I want to pay somebody $59.99 to say, I've done all that research. This is what you need. Right. So I think that's absolutely worth paying for.
Okay. So the thing, I have 3 things that I know I'm going to put in there right away, and that's going to be a microphone.
Wow.
So, because starting a podcast or using the microphone to be able to talk to people or anything like that would be very beneficial to have for your business. So I figure a microphone would be good. And then two books that I have in mind. One of them is going to be The Big Leap. That's the one I told you about.
Right. Okay. Yes, I want to get that's on my list. Yeah.
And then Will It Fly is a book, another book by Pat Flynn. And it basically helps you test your product to see if it's worth moving on with or not.
Okay.
Now, I didn't suggest that to you because you kind of have a product. You kind of passed that book at this point. I mean, it still might be a good read for you.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
I wrote down, but my priorities will be other ones that you've mentioned. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so those 3 things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the question out to all my followers. If you were to choose 6 things to put in a box to start your business, what would it be? And now I'm getting input from everybody else around me of what they would like to have in the box. And I could take the top 3 things and actually include it in my box. And then once I have that, I'll be ready to put it all together.
Amazing. Are your followers mainly podcasters, or you don't know?
No, they are. Most of them are, but a lot of those podcasts will have people of their own that want to, take advantage, that might want to take advantage of that. I'll put it on other places too. I'll put it on my Instagram and all that other stuff too.
Yeah. No. I think it's great that they're podcasters. It's a viable market, but for sure. Oh, okay. No, I think it's a great idea. Firstly, I love tiers. Like tiers are just, they just make everything scalable, affordable, so I think that's a really good idea. And then the way you've thought of, just giving them the material, which is worth buying in itself, but how can I, sort of boost that a little bit, the box. And then how can I need some hand holding. I want somebody to guide me through this, that's the kind of person I am. Mm-hmm. Like, if I'm not accountable to somebody to, do the sessions and stuff, I might not do it, so I think a lot of people would pay for that.
Okay.
I think it's fantastic.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Good for you. Bravo.
Okay.
Having somebody in my corner is so it's beneficial to anyone, but it's something I need so much. And you are the exact person that I would like to have in my corner. So my real goal here is to get on your podcast, as you know. No, I'm kidding.
I knew that was going to be in there somewhere.
I know. I just thought, you know what? We're just laying it all out there. You got to know the truth. No, I'm kidding. So let me think about that. And I'm thinking, are most of your followers American? I'm thinking about the getting the business license. Okay. Because I wouldn't want to get a business. I know this is unrelated to our coaching. I'm just thinking about that I might buy this package you're talking about. I haven't given a lot of thought. I wouldn't know where to base myself. Probably in Canada. Anyway, but okay. Put your posts out there about that, and I'll think about that part too.
Yeah.
Apart from the coaching. Yeah.
Different countries and even different states have different processes for getting a business license. So I would put general information out there. Just processes that would normally be followed up to a point, but I wouldn't be able to hold their hand all the way into their business license, government, whatever it is. So,
it's still something though.
Yeah.
No. God, absolutely. That is so, and people fear the bureaucracy and the red tape and all that stuff so much. So having somebody to help them sort of filter through all that is amazing.
Yeah.
So I'll think about that too. Okay.
No, the coachings that we're doing, I'm going to be recording them and using them in between my regular sessions.
Amazing.
So the one you did before, and this one is going to be on my podcast.
Thank you. Oh, that's amazing. And I'm not afraid for you to share anything about the depression, about all that stuff.
Right.
Not at all. So thank you. So, this is sort of different. A few podcasts have talked to us about coming on and doing an episode with them and stuff like that. So we also want to have people on our podcast, but we want to see how we've never done it before. We're a little bit nervous about it. So we want to see how it's going to be on other people's podcasts to learn a little bit about how that works, and then see how, getting people out. My whole point is that we would love to have you on our podcast too, but we just aren't really doing that yet until we sort of get our feet wet and see what's going on.
So what I would do if I were you in that situation, if you wanted to get guests on your show, when either one of you, I know you kind of hide your subjects from each other.
Yeah.
When you come up with a subject, like find a way to get, hey, does anybody want to talk about this?
Yes.
And then people will be like, yeah, okay, yeah. And then you have something similar to talk about when you're on the podcast. So basically, it would be a third party that would be like having another Chris podcast.
Yeah, we would have to, like, those would be special cases, I guess, where we knew the topic beforehand. Or something we've thought about so much that I would love to do is, like, let's say the topic is medieval times. The stuff that I might come up with to talk about might be completely different from what Chris would come up with. Like, I would come up with like more like, spiritual, like what was the religion like, what, and Chris would be more like they invented this, they invented that, and then whoever was coming on might have a completely different take. So I think it'd be really interesting to know what the subject is, but to see what three different people would have on it.
The Middle Ages, right? The Middle Ages?
Yeah.
Which was when? No, I'm just kidding.
478.
There you go.
1500. Damn. The collapse.
No, I don't listen to you guys at all. No.
No, God, you're so cute. Thank you. That means so much. Chris is gonna freak. I'm gonna tell her what a great big fan you are.
Oh.
Thank you. Yeah, we're silly. All right, I should probably go because I have to jump on a call with a friend. But thank you, Jesse. I will thank you. I will thank you. I will think about that and get back to you.
Yeah, and just I'll send this to you. Make sure you're probably going to want to watch this a couple times because even though we talked, we did this other stuff too, something might click.
Yep.
So
exactly, for sure. All right.
Thank
you. All right. Have a great day, evening, whatever. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the coaching edition of The Undiscovered Entrepreneur, brought to you by Doing It Today Coaching. If you want to get across the start line, contact me, DJ Scoob, at doingittodaycoaching@gmail.com. Say the words "do it now" for a free 2-hour discovery call to see how I can help you in your entrepreneur adventure. Art and graphics by Elaine Wilson, supported by my Patreons, Brian Briggs of Ocean Tree Creative and Oliver Siegel of Anal, and hosted by me, DJ Scoob. Click the show notes below for more information. And remember, I can, I am, I will, and I'm doing it today.
As a worker of 2 full-time jobs, running a podcast and coaching, every minute counts in my day-to-day. It's hard to be consistent in any of my social medias. And at this point, I cannot hire a social media manager. Pinnacle AI to the rescue! I've been using Pinnacle AI for a couple of weeks now and seeing big improvements in my outreach and consistency in all my social medias. Do you want to save time and increase your productivity too? Go to tuepodcast.net/AI for more information. Save yourself time and grow your brand. Try it now and see what it can do for you.
Hello, Scoob Believers. Let me ask you a real quick question. How many cups of coffee have you had today? 3, 5, 7? And let me guess, you've got a Red Bull in the other hand just in case, right? Yeah, I see you. Now here's the truth bomb nobody wants to hear. You're not building a business. You're building a caffeine dependency. Listen, I get it. When you're grinding 12, 14, 16-hour days, you're building something from nothing. When you've got payroll to meet, investors to impress, and visions that won't wait. You need fuel. But what if I told you that the fuel that you're using is actually slowing you down? What if the very thing that you think is keeping you sharp is actually making you dull? Enter Rise Coffee. This isn't your grandma's mushroom tea. This isn't some hippie wellness trend. This is science meets performance. And here's what makes Rise different. Less than half the caffeine of a regular cup of coffee. But here's the kicker. You won't miss it. 6 organic powerhouse mushrooms, including Cridoceps, what Olympic athletes use, and lion's mane, what Silicon Valley biohackers swear by. Sustained energy that doesn't spike and crash. We're talking smooth, clean power from morning to moonlight. Crystal clear focus without the jitters. Imagine closing the deal with calm, confident mind instead of the caffeine chaos. Gut health and immune support, because what's the point of building an empire if you're too sick to enjoy it? So here's the challenge to you. Stop borrowing energy from tomorrow. Stop running on fumes and call it a hustle. Stop wearing your caffeine addiction like a badge of honor. Real entrepreneurs optimize, real entrepreneurs adapt, real entrepreneurs win. You can't win if you're crashing at 2 p.m. while your competition is just getting started. Break the cycle. Head to risesuperfoods.com right now and use code PODNA15 for 50% off your first order. That's PODNA15 for 15% off. Try it for 30 days. If you don't feel the difference, if you don't feel sharper, calmer, more focused, more alive, then go back to your 6-a-day cup habit. But I'm telling you, we won't, because once you feel what real energy feels like, you'll never go back. Ditch the addiction, fuel your empire, and rise up. Rise Coffee, energy that builds, not burns.